In this collection of emergency calls, listen in on 2 emotional 911 calls, and you'll get a double dose of heroically brave kids from Australia. At around 2:30 a.m., the sound of gunfire tore through the Walker family home in Edmond, Oklahoma. Far from being a stranger, the shooter was the oldest Walker son. Michael Elijah Eli Walker had already shot and killed his father and later claimed he did it because he believed his parents were Satan worshippers. His mother screamed for her younger son to call 911 before she too was gunned down.
711, where's your emergency?
There's a bunch of gunfire in my house, and I'm playing with my brother.
Okay, what's your address?
I forgot what it is. It's on, I forgot what it is. Crap.
Is there a piece of mail or something you can look at?
Hold on.
Sir, are you there?
Yeah.
What's the address?
The address is, I can't even talk right now.
What's on fire?
Nothing's on fire.
What were you saying you need help for then? What is going on there?
There's, gunfire.
Okay, all I can hear you saying is what sounds like fire, and you said there's not a fire. So say it again louder.
No, gunfire.
Gunfire. Okay, in the house or outside?
And
In the house?
yes.
Okay, what is your address?
I can't find it.
Has anyone been shot?
Probably, but it's 2601 North Bryant Avenue.
2601 North Bryant. Okay, and do you think someone has been shot?
Yes.
Okay. Has anybody been drinking or doing any drugs there?
I do not know.
Okay, who is it that has the gun?
I do not know.
Okay, do you see the person with the gun?
Yeah.
What do they look like? Sir, I need to know more information. I've got officers headed that way. Who do you see with a gun? Where's the person with the gun? Yeah, this is Jessica with the Edmond Police Department.
Yes.
Did I receive a call from you or from someone else there?
Me.
Okay, I've got officers there. What's going on?
Do you?
Yeah, where's the person with the gun?
Inside the house.
He's inside the house?
Yes.
Okay, is the gun still out?
No.
And you're at 2601 North Bryant, correct?
Yes.
And who is this person that has the gun? Okay. Where is he at inside the house?
He's in his room.
Okay, and does he live there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's, white.
Are you able to step outside if I stay on the phone with you so officers can speak with you?
Maybe. I don't know if I would be able to.
Why would you not be able to?
Well, he's my brother, and he shot my parents.
He shot your parents? Where are they?
Yep. My father is in his room on the floor, and my mom's by the front door on the floor.
Okay, are they breathing?
I do not believe they are.
You said that you think that they're breathing?
No, I don't believe they are.
How long ago were they shot?
I believe about 10 minutes ago.
Hold on 1 second.
What?
Okay, if I stay on the phone with you, are you able to step outside?
I do what?
If I stay on the phone with you, can you step outside?
Maybe. Our house might be tricky to find because it's has a.
They're there. There's a gate, correct?
Kind of.
How old are you?
I am 17.
17?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old's your brother?
He is 19.
You said he's 19.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name?
Yeah. Or what is your brother's name then?
His name is Eli.
Your brother's name is what? Felix?
Eli.
Eli.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. So, does he know you called police?
Yes, I believe he does.
Okay. And does he have any kind of weapon pointed at you to where you don't feel like you can come outside and speak with the officer?
I don't want to find out.
Okay. If I stay on the phone with you, could you just step outside? The officers are there for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you stepping out? Let me know when you're stepping outside so I can let the officers know.
Yeah, I'm stepping outside right now.
Okay, do you see the officer?
Yeah.
Good.
17-year-old Isaiah Walker had been woken by the gunshots. He then saw his mom lying on the ground and his father dead on the bed. Allegedly, Walker, with a gun and blood in his hands, told his younger brother that everything was okay and he would bury the bodies. Instead, police quickly arrived at the home near Coville Road and Bryant Avenue. They first got the 17-year-old caller out of the house unharmed, and then, after some persuasion, the suspect came out and was taken into custody. Inside, police found the bodies of his parents, who had been about to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. 50-year-old Michael Logan Walker, an acclaimed drummer, had died from gunshots to his torso, head, and face. 44-year-old Rachel May Walker had been shot multiple times in her upper body. The killer was arrested and taken into custody, where he confessed to the brutal and senseless crime. He allegedly told interviewing officers he had shot both parents because they were sending him messages telepathically and they were Satan worshippers. According to police, the suspect asked his parents a question about Satanism, which had led them to an argument. The three members of the Walker family were in his bedroom at the time, and the troubled young man had his Glock pistol by his side. The shooter told police his father grabbed his legs and tackled him on the bed in an attempt to get to the weapon. But he got the gun first and shot his father. When asked where, Walker replied, "Anywhere I could hurt him." After committing patricide, the killer then turned his weapon to his mother, who was then running out of the door. It's alleged that after shooting her at least once, he got more ammunition and shot her some more. Walker said his parents didn't harm him and chillingly told the police he would do the same again, and he believed that he had done the right thing. When authorities searched the home, the murder weapon, a Glock Model 17 9mm handgun, was on a mattress. 19 spent 9mm shell casings were found inside the property along with 3 Glock 17 magazines. Bullet holes were found in the drywall, front door, side of the door frame, closet, ceiling, a pillow, and going down into the mattress. But unbelievably, they realized that the already appalling crime could have been worse. News 4 reported that police also found 4 homemade pipe bombs, fireworks, and shells from an assortment of guns in the killer's residence. Walker was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in Oklahoma County District Court. His attorney, Derek Chance, sent News 4 a statement that read, "The family reports Eli has suffered from severe mental illness for several years. I have had an initial assessment done on Eli, and it clearly indicates he is acutely paranoid and delusional. This, we believe, explains the horrible tragedy this family has suffered." The younger Walker brother told police his brother had started carrying a gun around the house because he is paranoid. When the murders occurred, Rachel's daughter from a previous relationship, Ashton Bell West, was a young adult living in her own home and starting her own family. The heartbroken mom-to-be wrote, "One of the worst parts is my baby never getting to meet them. They were so excited to be grandparents." The loss was devastating for her too. "I was so excited to experience this with them," she wrote, "for my mom and my dad to hold my son for the first time when he's born." West knew her brother had struggled with severe mental health issues, but instead of blaming him for the tragedy, she showed him sympathy and said he was not and has not been in the right state of mind for a few years now. A few months after her parents' deaths, she gave birth to the grandson they never got to meet. Following his interviews and a mental health assessment, Walker was initially judged unfit to stand trial and ordered into the custody of the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. However, in December 2019, it was reported that he had received treatment and medication and was fit for trial. Following this, KOCO5 News reported that the accused sister wants the DA's office to stop the prosecution because her brother wasn't in control of his actions.
We are here in support of my brother because of why he killed our parents. He is mentally ill. My brother is inflicted with schizophrenia. He has been suffering for years. He suffers from delusions that caused him to commit this act. It is our hope that as further evaluations are undertaken, the district attorney's office will take that information into consideration and stop their efforts to punish my brother for an act that he was not in control of.
The accused attorney stressed that being found competent to stand trial is very different from whether or not he was competent at the time of the crime. In a preliminary hearing on February 21, 2020, the judge found probable cause for the 2 murder charges and a charge of possession of explosives. Walker's attorney said he would plead not guilty because of his client's mental illness. Remember to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. February 2, 2018 was a freezing cold day in Akron, Ohio. At around 3:30 p.m., Tierra Williams returned to her apartment and saw her 2-year-old daughter outside on the porch. The toddler wasn't moving, and when her mom touched her, she was ice cold and unresponsive. The distraught mother then made the following call to 911.
911, location emergency. Oh my God! Hold on, take a deep breath. What's going on there? Oh my God! I'm sorry, what? Oh my God, she's not breathing! Your daughter's not breathing? Okay. Ma'am, did she take something? No, she was outside. Yeah, she left. She left out of the house. She was on the floor. She's frozen. Ma'am, we have somebody on the way, okay? How old is your daughter? Okay, take a deep breath. Did she take something? No, she didn't. She is ice cold. She's not responding to me. Okay, ma'am, how old is your daughter? She is 2. Okay. She's 2. She's frozen. She's frozen. How old did you say she was? She's 2. You said she's 2? Okay, what happened to her? She must have went outside. She went outside? Yes. Yes. Ma'am, can you bring her back inside? She's inside. She's inside. She's inside. Okay, I need you to put her on her back. Lay her flat on her back on the floor and remove any pillows. You said my back. Okay, listen. Yeah. Is there anything in her mouth? Are you able to get her mouth open? It is open. Okay. All right. Can you turn her on her side and make sure there's no fluid or anything in her mouth? Okay. Okay. And you said how long was she outside? I have no idea. Okay. No. Ma'am, this is what I need you to do. I need you to place your hand on her forehead and the other hand underneath her neck. Okay. You're going to carefully tilt the head back. You're going to pinch her nose closed and completely cover her mouth with your mouth and then blow 2 regular breaths into the lungs. I need you to do this. You're doing great, okay? Honey, did you feel them go in and out? Did you feel the breath go in and out? Ma'am, I need you to answer me. Did you feel the air go in and out? Yes. Okay. All right, listen carefully. I'm going to tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the center of the chest, right between the nipples. Just one, okay?
Okay.
You're going to push down 2 inches with only the heel of one hand touching the chest. You're going to pump the chest hard and fast at least 30 times, which is at least twice per second. You're going to make sure the chest comes up all the way.
She's foaming out the nose and the mouth.
Honey, listen to me. Turn her to her side and wipe all that out.
Okay.
Okay?
Stop.
Put her back on her back.
Okay, she's on her back.
Okay, do you see her chest going up and down? Honey, listen.
She's not breathing. No, I don't know.
Okay, all right. Okay, listen to me. Can you put your ear next to her mouth?
I don't hear nothing.
Okay. All right, this is what we're going to do. I need you to go ahead, and I'm going to tell you how to pump her chest, okay? Go ahead and give her 2 breaths, then 30 pumps. Then 2 breaths, then 30 pumps, okay?
Okay. Ma'am,
honey, I need you to do it. You're doing very well, okay? Honey, we're already, listen, we're already on the way. We've been on the way. Honey, I need you to listen to me. You are doing great. Keep going, okay?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Go ahead, keep going. I need you to pump, okay? I need you to count with me. Ready?
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
It's steady coming out of. It's steady coming out. When I put it in her stomach, it's coming out.
That's totally fine. Keep going, okay? Keep going. You're doing very well.
Is this stuff supposed to come out?
Yes, ma'am. Keep going. I need you to wipe it out of her mouth. Scoop it out if you need to. Turn her on her side.
I can't get her teeth open.
Okay. All right.
It's not to work.
Honey, keep going. 2 breaths and 30 pumps. Count out loud with me, okay? Ready? Are you ready to do the pump?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
pumping.
Okay. Keep going.
I'm pumping. Where are they?
Honey, we are on the way.
Oh my God. This
Okay.
is not
Go back.
responding.
Okay, listen to me. Go back to the 2 breaths, then the 30 pumps.
Williams' partner and the father of her children, Darian D. Parker, was at home the day after working a night shift. Parker agreed to watch their youngest child, Winter, while Williams head out with their 4-year-old son. They were only out about 2 hours, but that was more than enough time for the exhausted 25-year-old father to fall asleep. Unattended, the young child then wandered out the door and into the cold. It's not known precisely how long Winter was outside, but being so small and not wearing a coat or any outdoor clothes, she was extremely vulnerable in the icy weather. 23-year-old Williams was at the time pregnant with the couple's 3rd child. When she discovered her daughter, she made the haunting call for help. EMS arrived, but there was little they could do. Her tiny body had already been exposed to fatally low temperatures for too long. The little girl was transported to Akron Children's Hospital, where she was pronounced dead from hypothermia. The strain of having lost a child in such circumstances was too much for the parents' relationship, and the Akron Beacon-Journal reported that they split after Winter's death. Winter's parents were charged with child endangering for not properly supervising their child, which is a felony of the 3rd degree. They both pled guilty, and a sentencing date was set. Until then, they shared custody of their children and were under the supervision of Summit County Children's Services. According to the prosecution, police had been to the home before Winter died after receiving calls about her and her brother being left outside. A neighbor told WKTV, "It was a few times where I had to take both of her kids home." Parker took full responsibility for his actions and was sentenced to 2 years with a minimum of 6 months before being considered for parole. Judge McCarty sentenced Williams to 18 months in prison, which she didn't take well.
So Miss Williams, as to the endangering children charge, On the felony of the third degree, I am imposing an 18-month sentence in the Ohio State Penitentiary. I'm also going to order that you pay the costs of this prosecution. I will consider you for judicial release. And Mr. Parker, I'm imposing a 2-year sentence in the Ohio State Penitentiary, and I'm imposing the cost of this prosecution. I will also consider you for judicial release. I'm not guaranteeing it for either of you.
Can I have you?
That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Relax. You sound dumb as fuck. Damn, don't break my fucking wrist. This ain't gonna get no worse.
Many people in the area believed that the parents had suffered enough from the loss of their child and also criticized the sentences. However, Williams' sentence allowed her to apply for early release immediately, which she did. 3 months later, the imprisoned mom apologized to Judge McCarty for her behavior at her sentencing. The judge told the prisoner, "We've lost a human life and the potential that she would have had. The joy she would have brought to family and friends," McCarty said. "This is all loss. It is this loss I feel compelled calls for consequences." McCarty said she was sure Williams had gotten the message and granted her request for early release. Following her release, Williams was on probation for 18 months and under supervision. After serving about 9 months of his sentence, Winter's father was granted early release and was given 2 years probation. Less than 6 months after Williams was released, she was convicted of assault for attacking her mother, Angela Graham. While still on parole, Williams hit and choked Graham and then hit a woman in the face for attempting to stop the attack. Williams was charged with domestic violence, to which she pleaded no contest. However, in September 2019, she was found guilty of the lesser offense of assault. For this, Judge John Poulos sentenced her to 180 days in jail and ordered her to attend an anger management class. The twice convicted mom was also banned from contacting her mother and the neighbor and told to pay restitution. Because Williams violated the conditions of her parole by committing this offense, she found herself back in McCarty's courtroom. In early October 2019, Williams faced the consequences and pleaded guilty to violating her parole. Rather than additional jail time, Judge McCarty ordered her to enter a program that aims to reacclimate people who have been released from prison back into society. The judge told the mother, "When I first brought you out, I didn't think you needed re-entry court," and continued, "I thought you would do okay without the extra structure. Now, I think maybe you do." Although residents of Orange, Australia are 160 kilometers west of Sydney's stunning beaches, they are right on the doorstep of Mount Canobolas. In late 2019, a group of Orange High School boys was riding their BMX bikes through the conservation area around the peak when one of the teens missed a jump. Seeing his friend was severely injured, 15-year-old Ethan called 000.
My friend went off a jump and he says he can't move his legs or arms. He's on a bike, is he? Yeah, he fell. How old is he? He's 15. Is he awake? Yeah, he's awake. Yeah, is he breathing? Yes, he's breathing. Just don't move him, okay? Yep. What part of the body did he injure? I think it's the back. Is it back? His neck. His neck. Is he having any difficulty breathing? Are you having difficulty breathing? I can't take any deep breaths. You can't take any deep breaths. I'm organising some help for him now, okay? So Ethan, I just need you to be sort of like firm and strict with your friends. I just want you to get them to move away. Ask them to go out to the road to meet the paramedics for me. You four. 1, 2, 3, 4. All go down the road. You go down the road, Sasha, go down the road. I go down, wait till the paramedics arrive. Alright, mate. So it's just really important to stay calm with him, alright? I'm going to stay on the line with you. Yeah, alright. Okay, until help arrives. Okay, it's okay. I see you very okay. Very okay. You'll be alright, honey. You'll be alright. Yeah, he's saying his neck hurts. So tell him not to try and move. Yeah. Okay, no, they're all away. Well, did he have a helmet on? Yes, no, I took it off. No. Oh, you've taken it off after the fall? Yeah. I think he went over and turned while he went on his head. You'll be alright, honey. They're telling me we've got fire brigade, we've got police, we've got ambulance, and we've got SES coming. So tell him not to worry, we're all coming. Sorry, Harrison, don't say that. Don't say that. You'll be okay. No, tell him not. She can't move. Can't move. Don't even worry. We're coming, and we'll do the whole emergency party, and yeah, we'll be fine. Baby's still completely alert there. He can't really talk. You know what, this thing is well. I'm married, have a family. You got summer holidays, Harris. Think about that. He can't talk. Don't feel very well. Just stay rest. You don't have to talk. Dad! Your parents there now? My daddy and your dad's there. Alright, so just you need to make sure he doesn't move at all. So tell him not to move his head to turn towards his dad. So don't get him up. Don't touch him, don't touch him. No, Dad. I'm calling you now. Oh, we've got 2 crews on the way. We've got SES and fireys and stuff as well to get him out. Alright, so it looks like we've got 1 crew that's already turned up on scene. I'll wait with you on the phone until they're up with you.
Mount Canobolas is an extinct volcano, and the conservation area surrounding it is a popular outdoor recreation spot. The boys had biked into this area before, but on this day, in a tragic twist of fate, 15-year-old Harrison Crisp landed on his neck and was instantly paralyzed. All Crisp knew at the time was that he couldn't move his arms or legs. Ethan told the operator what had happened. Ethan told the Kyle and Jackie O radio show that while he was on the phone to 000, his injured friend said he didn't want to spend the rest of his life in a chair. Sadly, Crisp had fractured one of his vertebrae, the individual bones that form the spinal column. When he landed, the strain put on his neck had damaged his upper vertebrae and left him with almost no movement from his head down. In the 000 Heroes radio segment, Ethan said that Crisp couldn't take deep breaths. The 000 call operator, Alexia, stressed the importance of not moving the victim in fear of causing further injury. The other boys, some of whom may have seen Crisp go flying over his handlebars, wanted to help, but they were understandably panicking. Ethan followed Alexia's instructions to calm things down and sent 4 of his friends down to the road to meet the paramedics. The damage to Crisp's spinal cord was incurable, resulting in paralysis of all 4 limbs. However, the teen can use his hands to operate his wheelchair and can also breathe and eat by himself. After having to leave his hometown for treatment, he is now back in Orange in a new, wheelchair-accessible home. Crisp no longer attends Orange High School, but he still hangs out with his old friends. In 2020, his friend Gabe, whose hair fell below his shoulders, vowed to shave his head bald if he raised $1,000 Australian to buy a cell phone that interacts with Crisp's wheelchair. Over $1,600 Australian was raised, and the clippers came out. Crisp, a previously active young man, has shown incredible resilience. Although his life is forever changed, continued rehab might help him get back a little control over some parts of his body. Staying down under, our next call is from another incredibly brave young Australian, this time from the state of Victoria. Charlotte was 11 years old in 2019 when her dad, in the only adult home, suddenly lost consciousness. But, having been taught how to call for help when she was younger, she knew what to do.
So I was watching telly with my dad and my brother, and my dad has epilepsy, and I think he's just had a seizure.
Okay, we'll get him some help. Are you with Dad now?
Yeah, but he's fallen on the ground, and I think it's hit his head.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 49.
Is Dad awake?
Check his dad awake. Check his heartbeat.
So is he awake? It's okay if you don't know.
Can I just do a check?
That's okay, that's fine. And you check if he's breathing as well, okay?
He's moving his head a little bit, but he's on the ground.
Okay, so is he awake?
I don't think so.
Okay, is he breathing?
I'll check if his chest is going up and down.
Charlotte's mom was out shopping, and Charlotte and her twin brother, Jasper, were home watching TV when their dad walked into the living room The twins' dad told the Sunraysia Daily newspaper that everything then went black. Lewis, the Mildura man, hit his head as he collapsed, but his son Jasper reacted quickly and caught his dad, preventing further injuries. Charlotte then made the life-saving call, which later got her nominated as a 2020 000 hero. Although the award ceremony didn't go ahead that year due to COVID, Charlotte was congratulated live on local radio and was in the local paper. Her dad later said, she was pretty rapt that she got nominated for the award and stoked when she found out she was only one of the 12 kids in Victoria to win one. She told host Neil Mitchell that she had to keep running away from the phone because it was a landline and didn't reach where her dad was. So she and her brother rolled their father over to get his cell phone from his pocket, and the 000 operator then called her back on that. The siblings knew their dad had epilepsy, and Charlotte told the show's listeners, "When I was little, my mom and dad, they taught me the importance of calling 000. She also mentioned a kids' TV show called Operation Ouch that follows paramedics and teaches children about emergency medical care. Charlotte said she was very relieved when the paramedics arrived. Following his seizure, Lewis spent 5 days in the hospital, but was much better when he was released with an increase in medication. Her father was taken aback when he first heard the calls and said he was proud of both of his children. Speaking about his daughter, he said, "She took charge in what otherwise would have been a pretty frightening situation." Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting, and subscribe to join us in the next episode of True 911.